Hello everybody, Owenazuris here, and today we are looking at the game Tales of Maj'Eyel, sometimes referred to as Tome 4, since originally this game was called Tales of Middle-earth, or one of the earlier versions was, and then over time, I believe the developer wanted to actually go and sell this game, so he figured out that Tolkien's estate is pretty particular about people using their license without paying them. A lot of places get around that, Angband, games like that get around that because they don't actually go and make money off of it. I'm actually happy they did that, since even though I'm a huge fan of roguelikes, I'm not really much of a fan of Tolkien, so I actually like the setting of this game probably more than I would if it was just Tales of Middle-earth. It's a completely unique setting for the story. It has its own world. It has a lot of really great features, which we're going to look at as we dive into a new game here. The game has lots of customizations. There's Steam Workshop customizations, improvements you can make on the game. People design their own modules for the game. You can make your own roguelike with the T-Engine. You see down here in the bottom right corner, it says T-Engine version 1.5.3. So you can actually use this engine that comes with the game if you download it. And you can use that engine to make your own game if you want. I've dabbled around with it. It actually is a pretty impressive tool to go and use, and it's provided free of charge. Let's go ahead and make a new game here. We are just going to do the regular game module. And there are 2 expansions which I have loaded. To start them, you just create a character using one of those classes, but we are not going to look at those today. Let's see, I have 4 classes, 0 races, 3 others. Now, this is one of the things that I thought I had more stuff unlocked on my other computer, but these games do back up. You can back it up online and share it between your computers, so I guess this is all I ever unlocked. Let's go ahead and make my Owenazuris, and we are going to make a halfling. So you see you have human, you have 2 different human types here. 3 different elf types. Looks like 1 halfling type, 1 dwarf type. These other 3 are locked. I haven't unlocked them yet. A lot of times in the game, if you go and find a new area, do a quest, perhaps do some various thing in the game, you'll unlock some of these new things. Warriors, a lot of different classes. You got Berserker, Bulwark, Archer, Arcane Blade, another one that's locked. Rogue class, which I usually play. You got a Rogue and Shadow Blade. Open. Alchemist, then Archmage, which you have to unlock. Wilder, you got a Summoner, Wormic guy, Defiler, and so you have lots of different classes. The cool thing is most of these classes play differently. So my Halfling Alchemist is going to play completely different than, say, a Dwarven Bulwark. A nice feature, since some of these games, after a while, all the characters start to seem pretty much the same. You can see you can choose a difficulty here, also decide about your permadeath. You have exploration mode, which keeps giving you extra lives. You can't really die in it. Provides you with infinite lives. Mode I usually play in is adventure mode. So it provides you limited extra lives. Every couple of levels you'll actually get an extra life. Use it if you want normal play conditions. So at level 1, 2, 5, 7, 14, 24, and 35 you get 1 more life. And then you got your true roguelike mode, which is what we're going to do here. And I am going to be for this, let's be a rogue. Go ahead and hit play here. Different character races, different character classes start in different areas. Once you start, we're going to start, I believe, in Trollmire, which is a common area to start. You have lots of different things to immediately make decisions on. You got your stats here, class points here, you have generic points. This game has lots of different ways you can spec your character, lots of different talents, lots of different abilities you can take. So if you love planning out characters, then this is really the game for you. Now, since I am a rogue, and I am just playing this real quick, so let's see, there is my power. Let's go ahead and increase my dexterity there. And So I have traps, stealth, duelist, throwing knives, dual technique, and lethality. Pronouncing words wrong today. And then once you level up, you can start buying some of these other trees. So you got combat techniques, assassins, dirty fighting, and artifice. So you have lots of choices here. So I'm going to take throwing knife here. And want to be good with my dual weapons. Since I'm a halfling, let's go ahead and increase my armor there. And escape. Yes, I'll accept these changes. So it gives you a basic story here. Hello, Owenazuris. You are a halfling of dearth. Most people take halflings for peaceful crop growers that never leave the border of their gardens. Yet history has taught us that halflings are a force to be reckoned with. They still maintain a large army, and powerful army. You have chosen a rare path for yourself, the path of adventuring, whose loneliness does not usually fit your people. You've been inspired by dragons, gold, and treasures. Blah, you've come to the land of Durfields on the western border of Thorlorn Forest in search of Trollmire. It's an old forest full of trolls, which we're about to see, and all kinds of wild animals. To the west lies another dangerous place. So it's basically setting the story, telling me some other areas I'm going to find. So I'm in an area here, already accepted a quest. Most areas, let's exit out here so you can see. So it has an overworld map, and then most of these areas when you go in are going to have bosses. Let's go and change level to the areas. So let's go ahead and start exploring. You can see down here at the bottom all my skills are lined up here. Hit inventory, I can see my character. You have a lot of random type loot that drops. There are some set items that drop unique things. Most of the time a boss will drop unique things, but you also get some items, like here we have rough leather armor, and you might find rough leather armor that has like +2 to dexterity. It would be called something else, kind of like Diablo does. And what else? Down here in the bottom right, you'll also see text sometimes. This is a chat log, kind of what's going on with other players. You can chat with people in various channels. You can see what's killing people. So if like someone dies on level 2, like here, this person has earned the achievement Bringer of Doom. So it kind of gives you a foreshadowing of some of the stuff that you can be looking for in the game. You might notice, hey, I'm in this particular area and this person has died from some powerful boss. You might be alert for that particular boss. So here we have Blue Jelly. Now, I have never actually played as a rogue. So I'm going to throw, kill it. Now, when you look at your inventory here, you're not going to see a lot of items that you use, like potions and things like that. They have these runes, like my healing infusion. Most of the things in this game is very ability-based. You get abilities off of items sometimes, you get abilities off the skills you pick. And so you are constantly managing your skills, managing cooldown. You do have, like I can put this healing infusion, use it here, and then it's going to have an 11-turn cooldown. So ideally, okay, and I'm stopping because I see a bee swarm, but I'm going to kill them. Very much managing your cooldowns in this game. A very big part of the game. I found a Staff of Might. That does come in useful for a quest later on. And I'm just trying to gain a level or two because I know a few levels in, I'm going to be fighting a powerful boss. I'm kind of getting surrounded here, which I'm not. Use my dual strike. And I'm going to go ahead and use this talent, Pain Suppression, but it also starts to heal me. And a lot of times when I'm doing this, my goal is to be healing more each turn than the damage I could possibly take in a turn. And you look down here, this guy is earning a Treasure Hoarder achievement for the first time, so you get to see achievements. We'll see deaths here probably in a moment. Kind of reminds me in some ways of games like Dark Souls or Demon Souls, where they take the idea of making a multiplayer game and kind of turn it on its head, where you don't have to necessarily have multiplayer component to have player interaction in your game. Like, I can't go into other people's games in this, but we can chat, I can see what's killing other players, I can see what achievements people are getting, so it kind of builds a sense of community, I find. People are getting lots of achievements, that's good. Also, sometimes the creator of this game actually interacts on the channel here, and he will do stuff that puts stuff into people's games. I've been around where he's done an event, and there was like an extra unique monster for us to kill, given random buffs and enchantments. And I believe I saw the other day someone got a random item, or he might have given everybody that particular item. Got the fox there. A very pretty game. Lots of lore, which we're going to find a piece of lore here. Every area usually has a tattered page scrap or some sort of lore item on each level of that particular area that kind of contribute to the overall lore of the game. The lore of this game is very interesting, and like, people besides the creator actually go and create lore, and it gets voted on, I guess, or the creator puts it in the game, and then it becomes part of the game. I know for a fact some of the lore actually other people have created, and it gets put in the game, which is pretty cool. Alright, no one's died yet since I've gotten on. I mean, I probably will pretty soon. But that's because I'm talking and playing, and really just trying to show off the features of the game, talking about stuff as I think of it. As I said in a previous video, I don't really pre-plan some of the stuff I'm going to say, but I don't like have a script or anything like that. I prefer more spontaneousness in my statements. Alright, so I want to use this particular item there. Good. And I have an item that lets me transmute all the stuff I pick up that I'm not using into money. That's actually something you unlock later in the game, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You get quests in the game. So here we have an injured seer, so I'm supposed to escort them, and if I do, they'll usually give me a skill or a good item. Let's see. So here, because I'm a rogue, I actually have three choices. I can escort them, I can not escort them, or I can pretend to help them, and then use a technique to make their portal fizzle, and then my god will see to that they will be dealt with properly. Or, wait. Or this might be because I don't like mages, I forget which. I think in this case it's because I'm part of a faction, or I can become part of one that doesn't like mages. But I am actually... what do I want to do? I'm going to help her. Now, I know that there are some things on the Steam workshop that make the followers here, people you're escorting, do a little better in combat, because sometimes they do some stupid things. If they get out of my sight, they are going to charge off into combat, or at least they used to. They might have fixed some of that stuff. But they don't act like an injured person or a person who's scared and trying to get to their portal would act. At least I think. Maybe they freak out on me. Okay, I'm getting a lot of texts. They're telling me how they're following me. Now, I've killed so far just a lot of common enemies. Each of these common enemies can also have, just like items you find, you can get rare and legendary epics versions of these enemies, and those are usually a lot harder to kill. If you have unique enemies, legendary enemies. Okay, so it's portals to the east. So far you're being a good follower. Yes, I know the stone troll. There, she's telling me about the stone trolls. She's grateful for my aid, so that's nice. It's nice to be appreciated. Too often when you do escorts, people just yell at you the whole time in other games. And she made it! Wait. Okay, go on. So I finished this quest, and now they are going to give me an ability. I can improve my magic by 2, willpower by 1, can learn some new talents. Now training of talent divisions. Or I can get a whole new spell line here, division. Divinitation. I am gonna do, since I'm playing quick, premonition. So here we see somebody died. They were level 9. They were pierced to death by the Shade, which is probably the thing that kills. It's a boss, and it probably kills me more than most other things in this game. One of the bosses I am usually not equipped to fight. And I leveled up, so I click right here. I get 3 stat points. So let's go ahead and do dexterity. Do my cunning twice. Class points. I'm going to take another point in dual weapon mastery. Generic points. Luck of the little folk. Everything here. Yes, accept those changes. And then somewhere on this side of the screen I should find exit to a next level. Should be around here. Hopefully I'm not just missing it. Sometimes I will miss things. You can click to auto pathfind. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Hello? I'm fine. Alright, sorry about that pause there. I'm going to try to edit that out, hopefully, as much as I can. Had a phone call that I had to take. As I was saying, I often miss little areas here, easy to do. It should be, there we go, right here on this side. So let's move on to a next level. Lost my train of thought for a second, but we'll change next level. And we'll lose that. And so now I'll be back on my train of thought. Now I'll deal with this level as it comes up. And I will watch this video, and if I was making some brilliant point and got interrupted, well, I'll go and make it on my next episode. Though I doubt I was. Really doubt I was. Kill some of these mob enemies here. Actually, I think I paused it quick enough. There should only be about a 20-second little thing of me trying to figure out, should I take this phone call or not? But I had to. White worm masses, they start to multiply. They're just as annoying as they are in most of these other games. I think I was talking about the Shade. I mentioned that earlier, how it's killed me lots of times. A lot of the bosses in this game you really need to be prepared for before you go and fight. And here is Poxamighty. He is a troll. Looks pretty powerful. So I probably shouldn't be fighting him this close. Yeah, I should not be fighting him this close. Go ahead and use my regeneration here. And he threw me backwards. Bad move, because I have throwing daggers. And I miss with my throwing daggers. Technically throwing knives. Do my healing here. Now this guy is usually pretty hard. Taking him down to 67%. His other little buddy here is what worries me. Let's see if I can take him out. Dual strike. Now he's at 60%. So he's also stunned. So let's go ahead and 55%. Lots of trolls, as you would expect to find in Trollmire. Now he's off balance. Let's hit him again while he's off balance. Probably should have tried to gain another level, or actually paid attention to what I was leveling. Now the biggest thing I don't want to do here is get trapped somewhere. And I just did that. Let's go ahead and 37%. Dual strikes available. Hit him again. He's down to 17%. And when I kill him, if I kill him, I'm going to massively level up. It's going to be a pretty cool thing. I should gain about 5 levels off of it. Alright, took him out, and see, I have now 2 quests active, because I've done this one. I've explored Trollmire and beat the Prox the Troll, but I still have the Ruins of Corpal. Find out what treasures can be gained. And you see he dropped 6 items here. Let me go and take this guy out. So you can see we found all sorts of cool stuff. We got this Rod of Recall, which lets me exit out of an area. Core's Fall. A lot of these items have descriptions. Calm Water Girdle here. Let's go ahead and wear that. Iron Helm of Strength. I don't have the ability. Put that on. Click on my level here, so you can see I went up a lot of levels, it looks like. Increase my dual striking, my light armor. That's a generic point, so let's put that into heightened senses. So right now I'm on level 4. And I can actually dig if I want to. Let's dig that way. Didn't really do a lot. And if I use my Rod of Recall, I can actually exit this level. Like Angband in a lot of games, once you use it, it takes 50 turns for you to actually exit the level completely. And I want to keep that. Move to normal inventory. The other stuff we can get rid of. So we go back to the world map. You got a friendly patrol here. There are some of these patrols that are not so friendly, and they will attack you. You can also anger some patrols, whereas normally they'd be your friends, but you can do stuff to make them mad, and they usually kill you when they catch you. Or at least they do for me. Go to this town here. So there are towns in the game. A lot of them have quests. This guy here wants me to go to the arena. If I go to the arena and help him, I'll actually unlock the arena play mode in this game. And here we have various stores, quest givers, etc. So with that, since I actually got through that first area without dying, I am actually going to call it a day in this game. It's a good overlook at this game. We'll continue it some more on Saturday's edition. Keep going, go to a Ruins of Corpal, maybe die, maybe keep living, and if I keep living, hey, we can see how far we can get on one life in this game. I'm surprised I beat that troll, because I was really only halfway paying attention, but then once the troll got on the screen, I kind of got serious, doing my dodging, bobbing and weaving, going back and forth. So, this is a quick look at Tome 4, Tales of Maj'Eyel, however you want to say it. If you have any comments, anything you want me to bring up Saturday when I take another look at this game, please write them in the comment section or send them to my email address, Owenazuris@gmail.com. Remember to like the video, give it a big thumbs up, Subscribe to the channel. We update every Wednesday and Saturday with new Dine and Roguelike episodes. Fridays, I am going to have my continuation of the Dungeon Man series where we're playing through the entire game. So until next time, I will see you then.